G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Delling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, former federal senator Linda Reynolds is set to be left with a $1 million legal bill after her defamation win against Brittany Higgins and her husband David Shiraz. Now, Linda Reynolds was awarded $370,000 plus costs, and her lawyer has told the media that the costs are about $1 million. Now, Linda Reynolds has filed two claims in the federal court, one against Brittany Higgins and one against her husband, David Shiraz, to have them declared bankrupt if they don't pay up the money. And from all reports, they don't have the money, they have very little money, and therefore Linda Reynolds is going to be left with a $1 million legal bill, which will force her to be declared bankrupt from what we can tell, because she claims she mortgaged her house to pay the legal costs for the defamation proceedings. Now, if she's left with a $1 million legal bill, well, she's going to have to declare bankrupt, isn't she? Now, that's where the stupidity comes in. Are we to believe that Linda Reynolds mortgaged her home to sue Brittany Higgins and her husband, David Shiraz, for defamation to restore her reputation, which it hasn't done, it's made her reputation worse, but to restore her reputation, and she was prepared to go bankrupt to do it, because her and a lawyer had to know that Brittany Higgins and David Shiraz had very little money left. One, two, by suing them, they knew they were going to have to hire lawyers to represent them, and that in itself was going to chew into the $1.9 million that Brittany Higgins was paid by the government. So at best, Linda Reynolds, all she was ever going to get was some of her costs back, but she wasn't going to get much, given that Brittany Higgins' own legal costs were going to chew into that $1.9 million. So Linda Reynolds and a lawyer, Martin Bennett, without a doubt, have some alternative arrangement where someone's going to pay them for their time and effort of instituting the proceedings against Brittany Higgins. So who's the big winner? Who would pay him? Well, the Liberal Party are the big winner. Scott Morrison, the Liberal Party, deliberately and knowingly covered up the rape in 2019 because it was only a few weeks before the federal election. And they thought that they'd lose votes, but became public. So they deliberately covered up. We don't have to go past the fact that the lounge was cleaned a matter of hours after the rape. That in itself says it was a cover-up. Someone knew something had gone wrong, and they were trying to cover up the evidence. Now, the Liberal Party aren't going to get their hands dirty and pay Linda Reynolds directly, but some of the big supporters of the Liberal Party, without a doubt, have guaranteed Linda Reynolds, hey, don't worry about it. You sue Brittany Higgins and we'll cover you the costs if we need to. Now, I thought I'd publish this video. Brittany Higgins withdrew a defamation appeal on Monday. So that means Linda Reynolds will move forward with her bankruptcy proceedings against Brittany Higgins and her husband, David Shiraz. And we'll see what happens there. I think there's going to be a lot of twists and turns moving forward. You've got to remember Linda Reynolds still got a claim against the federal government. What will the federal government do? Will they roll over and pay Linda Reynolds? That'll be a scandal if they do. They published an article a few weeks ago. You can read that. That has a lot more information in relation to Linda Reynolds and her potentially declaring bankruptcy if Brittany Higgins declares bankruptcy. Well, Brittany Higgins mightn't declare bankruptcy. Linda Reynolds is going to force her into bankruptcy by the looks of it. And I think there's something Linda Reynolds and her lawyer, Martin Bennett, didn't count on. If they do move forward with bankruptcy proceedings against Brittany Higgins and her husband, David Shiraz, and it looks like they're going to, well, that's going to leave the huge question. Who's going to pay Linda Reynolds' costs? Is she going to declare bankruptcy, or is the money going to appear out of thin air to pay her legal bills and make sure she doesn't go bankrupt? Anyhow, please do your bit and help shine a light on corruption and share this video on social media. And Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media. I'm an independent journalist and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself, so I'd be greatly appreciated if you make a donation via PayPal or Patreon. The links are below this video on YouTube and also on my website. And please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button. That way you get notified when I publish a new video. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.